Biggest busts in college football history. Back in 2009, the entire world of college football was buzzing about a kid out of Wichita, Kansas named Bryce Brown. This was not just any recruit, he was the #1 overall prospect in the country, the top running back anyone had seen since Adrian Peterson, and he had scouts completely floored with his explosive speed and insane high school stats. But just 1 year after arriving at Tennessee, the hype completely vanished. You see, Bryce started his college career with the Volunteers and rushed for an impressive 460 yards as a freshman. But everything changed when head coach Lane Kiffin decided to leave for another job, since that's when Brown got stuck in the middle of complete chaos. He wanted out, but the new coach would not release him from his scholarship, so Bryce ended up transferring to Kansas State as a walk-on, which was a massive fall for a guy who just months earlier was the biggest name in high school football. But the real drama had actually started before he ever played a college down. As it turns out, Bryce's whole recruiting journey was surrounded by controversy. The NCAA started poking around after hearing stories about his advisor, and there were questions about whether money was being raised for unofficial visits. After 3 separate investigations by the NCAA, Bryce was finally cleared to play. However, by then, a lot of schools seemed hesitant, but once he finally got to Kansas State, things only got stranger. The thing is, once Bryce suited up for the Wildcats, his career basically fizzled before it even began. He only carried the ball 3 times for 16 yards before leaving the team. Fans were stunned, and the headlines changed from next Adrian Peterson to biggest bust ever, almost overnight. But even with all that disappointment, Bryce's story somehow took another unexpected turn. What I mean is that instead of fighting for a spot back in college, Bryce went straight to the NFL draft. And here is the shocker. He was drafted in the 7th round by the Eagles. For a moment, it looked like he might finally show everyone what they had missed, putting up a couple of big games as a rookie. But that flash of greatness did not last, and Bryce was out of the league just as fast as he had burst onto the national scene.